The moment she said it, the rest of her words became a blur. I couldn't hear anything beyond that one sentence. The way her voice barely cracked, like she was doing me some kind of mercy, was what truly broke me. Yes, she said. Yes, I had an affair. And both kids, they're not yours. She said it like she was confessing to forgetting our anniversary, not like she was blowing up everything I had ever known. I didn't scream. I didn't ask why. I simply opened the door and told her to leave.
And she did.
Just like that. No bags, no tears, no apology.
Gone.
That afternoon, I filed for divorce. 30 years erased in a sentence. 2 days later, the phone rang. An unknown number. The voice on the other end. Mr. Keene, we need you to come down to the station. You don't love someone for 30 years because they're perfect. You love them because you choose to every single day. When I met Angela, I had nothing but calloused hands and overnight shifts. She had everything I didn't. Soft skin, a college degree, laughter so loud it embarrassed me in public. Loving her felt like stealing sunlight from another universe. She wanted children. I wanted to give her everything. So, I took on extra hours, missed birthdays,
Worked weekends.
I memorized the sound of my children breathing through the front door because I was always getting home too late. But every morning, they hugged me. They called me Dad like it was the most natural word in the world. I didn't know I was loving someone else's legacy. I thought I was building my own. It began with little things. Her eyes stopped meeting mine when I spoke. She laughed more at whatever was on her phone than anything I said. I'd sit across from her at dinner and feel like I was dining with a ghost. Not angry, just gone. Then came the girls' weekends. The cold, untouched side of the bed. The way her smile had the warmth of a stranger's. One day, I found a man's watch in her car. She said it belonged to her brother. She doesn't have a brother. But I let it go. Because when you've loved someone for that long, even suspicion feels like betrayal. Maybe I didn't want to know. Maybe some part of me already did. She confessed on a Tuesday.
Bright.
Unremarkable. Cruel. She didn't cry. Didn't ask if I was okay. She just said it like she was finally getting something off her chest. The affair lasted 2 years, she said. He's gone now. He died a long time ago. I was just scared to tell you. The kids, they love you. You've always been their father, really. She tried to make it sound noble. As if I should be grateful. I nodded, walked into the hallway, let my hand rest on the doorknob a second longer than necessary, then opened it, told her to leave. She didn't argue, didn't cry, just walked out like she'd rehearsed this moment in her head 1,000 times. At the station, they showed me a photo. A man I didn't recognize. Do you know him? They asked. I said, no. His name was Vincent Heller, they said. Former accountant. Died in a car crash 15 years ago. They told me Angela had been using his identity. Offshore accounts. Forged signatures. Wire fraud. Embezzlement. Over $200,000 gone. Hidden through fake companies' shell names. Some of it was meant for our kids' college. Some was my pension. They asked if I'd noticed anything. I had. I just thought love meant turning a blind eye. I didn't take her back. Didn't rage in the courtroom. I signed the divorce papers with a steady hand, watching her try to give me a look, some half-smile, like a ghost desperate to be remembered kindly. But she lost everything. The kids chose me. Even after they found out the truth, they still chose me. Because they remembered who packed their school lunches, who stood in the pouring rain at every football game, who sat through dance recitals, who taught them how to tie a tie. She stood before the judge and begged for leniency. Said she was sorry. Said she was confused. But the court wasn't fooled. She walked away with nothing but a suitcase and a last name she no longer deserved. The last time I saw her, she was outside the courtroom. Alone. She looked smaller than I remembered. Lighter somehow, like the weight of betrayal had been the only thing holding her upright. She asked, "Do you hate me?" I didn't answer. Hate is heavy. And I've carried enough. Instead, I looked at her, really looked. Then I turned and walked away. They say fatherhood is biology.
Blood.
DNA. They're wrong. Fatherhood is showing up. It's sacrifice. It's all the small, invisible acts of love no one claps for. And real love? Real love isn't something you steal. It's something you prove. Last month, my daughter got into university. She asked me to help her move into the dorms. My son's learning guitar now. Wants to write music. He calls when he gets stuck. They still call me dad. And I still answer. Not because I've forgotten what she did, but because I remember who I am. Some betrayals leave scars. Others carve away what never truly belonged.